Can't give me the business loan I need? Okay, I'll use your quote to secure a better one. So this is one that happened recently. I own a small business, and due to recent positive exposure I have been getting inundated with new customers. Due to the increased flow of people, I have needed to expand my brick and mortar to accommodate more people. Things like retiling the bathroom, fixing up our patio area, installing better ventilation, etc. However, due to the current economic outlook, a lot of small business loan lenders are a bit more skittish about giving out larger loans. I decided to use a popular site that puts small businesses with lenders who will give them term loans at decent rates. After going through several lenders, I found one that had the amount I wanted for the APR I was looking for. The representative seemed nice in the beginning. He was very cordial and explained the process, background check, paperwork, etc., that I would need to sign and submit to secure the loan. At this point in the story, I should note that the Lender Connect company has a policy that if I get a better offer from one of the connector companies they put you in touch with, if it's within $10,000, they will match it with another lender if they can get you a better rate. So after talking to this guy over the course of a week, I get an offer for the exact amount and percentage rate that I wanted. I tell him that I need a day to read through it and I will get back to him. I figure if I am going to take on a large sum of money, I should at least know the finer details of the contract. An hour later, he starts saying that this offer is only on the table for the next 2 hours and that if I wait longer he will pull it and only be able to give me a lower amount at a higher rate. He then proceeds to tell me that only his company can get me the amount I need and no one else can. So they are my only option and that I need to accept right away or else I will be out of options. Cue the malicious compliance. I immediately call the main Lender Connect representative who put me in contact with this rep. I explain that I received a great offer from them, but I wanted to see if another company could give me a similar loan amount for a better interest rate and quoted them their policy of matching with another of the lending companies they work with. The representative says to give them 30 minutes. 35 minutes later they tell me that found another company that would give me a loan that's 2% lower interest rate and $5,000 more than the douche reps company. I say great. Get on the phone and sign with them. 1 hour later I call the douche representative back. He sounds super smug, assuming that I would have no other option but him, and asks if I have signed the contract. I said I did, with another company since he is operating by the Lender Connect's guidelines. I submitted his quote and was able to secure a better loan. I get silence on the phone for 5 seconds and he mumbles out, "Cool beans." I then wish him a great day and good luck with securing clients and end the call. Gotta love company policies. Edit. I have had some people ask why I did not read the contract from the lender I went with or think I was lying when I said I read through the original contract. To clarify, I used to be a paralegal at the SEC, so I'm quite thorough when I read through contracts law. I did, however, leave out that I read through the second loan contract as well. My apologies for leaving out that very important detail. Thank you all for your comments and upvotes. You are all lovely people. Anyone who tries to pressure you into signing immediately is hiding something. Could be relatively benign, like, I need to get this deal across the line today to hit my bonus, or it could be something catastrophic, like unfairly heavy penalties for late payment. But there is always a reason they don't want you to look too closely at the document. An hour later he starts saying that this offer is only in the table for the next 2 hours and that if I wait longer he will pull it and only be able to give me a lower amount at a higher rate. He then proceeds to tell me that only his company can get me the amount I need and no one else can. So they are my only option and that I need to accept right away or else I will be out of options. And the parade of red flags begins. This sounds exactly like some scammers' spiels I've read. Good on you for using the available resources so you didn't have to deal with him. If they say, sign here and now, or never, choose to never. Had a similar experience when refinancing my mortgage for a better rate. I had found a lender offering good terms and very respectful to me. Meanwhile, I'm getting pestered to give Rocket a check and finally relent. The representative there gives me a matched quote, and I say I need to take the time to read through it. Oh, I can answer your questions right now. Just ask. That's not how me understanding what I'm signing works. Well, if you don't sign right now, I can't guarantee the terms will be the same. Well, if I can't take the time to read the full details, then I guess I'm going with the original quote. Sir, I don't understand where this ultimatum is coming from. Didn't even entertain that one further. Ended up with my original loan company, who reached out with a better quote when they found out I was looking. I really wish people would learn the value of the word no. You're not going to get slapped every which way but loose if you say no to a business. I've always had a policy of never rushing into signing any contract without waiting a while to think about it, and of course read it very carefully. Then my second policy comes into effect. That is to ask. As long as you have your basic needs met with food, shelter and water, it never hurts to ask. The worst thing you're going to get in return is also the word no. I cannot tell you how many times I've surprised family and friends with this simple strategy. This even works non-business. In my mid-20s I successfully dated a model. I was a dumpy working-class dude with barely a few bucks in my pocket. I was at a restaurant where an adjoining room had a retirement party. The granddaughter stayed in the restaurant just hanging out all alone. Clearly every man in the restaurant had eyes on her, but was scared. I was the one that simply asked for her to accompany me to a sit-down down the block for free concert. Once again I thought to myself, what's the worst could happen? I had the same thing happen with a window company. They quoted us on new windows, sat us down, and said, here's your quote. Oh, you have to accept by end of day or it goes up by $5,000. I looked at him and said, okay. What I heard was that the quote is $5,000 higher than what's printed here since this is a thing you sleep on. No bid. Well done. Karma is a bitch. I work in a bank. That guy was using the worst technique to get a loan. Trying to pressure people into loans may work on some people, but you're going to lose some big loans for good people with that tactic. It's supposed to be his primary goal to act in the customer's best interest. An hour later he starts saying that this offer is only on the table for the next 2 hours and that if I wait longer he will pull it and only be able to give me a lower amount at a higher rate. He then proceeds to tell me that only his company can get me the amount I need and no one else can. So they are my only option and that I need to accept right away or else I will be out of options. Scare tactics like this are usually a bad sign. Good on you for playing it the way you did and getting an even better rate. Always read the fine print and take your time with contracts. If deals expire fast, they are only in the best interest of the other party. Why did you not read the contract from the lender you went with? I don't know if it's the same in the US, but in Canada it's illegal to use pressure sales tactics like saying, we're your only option, or this offer expires in X hours. It's considered anti-consumer since they make you feel overwhelmed to make a decision without understanding what you're agreeing to fully. Basically like saying, sign this without reading it or you get nothing. I had a similar experience last month with a company that rhymes with schmocket. Tried to bully me into signing quick. But I was able to use their quote to get 20% more with interest rate 1.5 point lower than they offered. If they hadn't been so forceful, I might not have done that. Then I kept getting angry emails and I told them where they could be shoved. Everything's impossible, till it ain't. Well, that dude lost his commission, lol. If you are able, give me the deal now. What changes in 2 hours? Or are you simply just attempting to bully me into signing before I can find a better deal?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.